Alrighty, good morning, everybody. Those of you guys hopping on YouTube here.
Philips announcing 510K clearance with the FDA for AI-enabled Philips MR calculating attenuation, head and neck radiotherapy application, expands range of MR-only workflows. That's Papa Hotel Golf PHG.
All right.
WIX Wix announcing 300.
Alrighty, everybody. Let's go ahead and get to it. Get over the news. Go over the news. Get over it. So this morning, as you guys can see, we did see a little bit of a move up on ES. That move has yet been stifled. Gains were limited after Tesla failed to meet estimates in quarterly revenue and warned of missing its vehicle delivery target. European shares were down as investors fretted about a persistent inflation, while downbeat earnings from BE Semiconductor and Nokia added to an economic downturn jitters. Japan's Nikkei cut losses in volatile afternoon trade after a report said China was mulling an easing of COVID-19 rules for visitors. China shares closed lower as concerns about weakening currency and economic woes dampened sentiment. Oil prices were higher due to a slight pullback in the U.S. dollar, and oil rose in response to tightening supplies on news that China is considering a cut in the duration of quarantine for inbound visitors. Jobless claims and existing home sales data are scheduled for release.
Original content.
First, want to give you a like. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you guys for hitting the like button.
That's FAZE, and CMCSA.
There we go. All right. So
ATRI.
we're going to mute this guy because he just won't stop. A couple things. Of course, we talked about Tesla. Tesla seeks to ease demand concerns over likely 2022 delivery target miss. Tesla said on Wednesday it's expected to miss its delivery target this year, but downplayed concerns about softening demand after its revenue missed Wall Street estimates. Blackstone earning falls 16% on a sharp drop in asset sales, and AT&T raises annual profit forecast on strong wireless additions. Other than that, we had some economic data come out this morning, such as the unemployment claims and Philly Fed manufacturing index. Forecasted for the manufacturing was negative 5.0, came in at negative 8.7. Previous was negative 9.9. Unemployment coming under forecast 214,000. Forecast was 229,000. So previous was 226. We do have existing home sales at 10 and CB leading index month over month. And then for the rest of the day, 1:45, 1:30, 1:45, 2 o'clock, we got FOMC members speaking, and then potentially a federal budget balance. So, all right, earnings. So we had Tesla yesterday, and as I have warned, guys, this is of course we are opening up in range, which is not what you want, right? That's not the move that's going to make you profitable. So any earnings that you take, of course, are going to be incredibly risky. And anybody who's just on a journey to make money consistently, probably not for you. Snapchat is reporting today after the bell. We've got Nokia has already reported, American Airlines, AT&T, Freeport Morgan. We saw Neuro as well. That brings me as well. I missed this. If you are in Alcola, yesterday I mentioned that it was. I've actually mentioned this a couple times this week. You had to grab a hedge. You had to, right? If you're going to hold your contracts, you had to grab one. And so I have one, and it expires next week. It's a $34 hedge. I will watch. It has a support near 33.90. Those contracts that we have to the upside are probably going to obviously be down, but we're hedged pretty well, and off of earnings that IV might be kicked up. But a target to the downside for me for Alcola would probably be off of earnings. Last a couple earnings that we've seen relatively strong responses the day after. So either A, you go and hit that gap fill and probably close at 40.50, or B, you potentially keep moving down. But most of the time on earnings, you'll see a wick up and then it'll flush that gap. So secondly, MRO has been a long for us for a long time now, and it's getting about time that we start looking at rolling our contracts out, which means taking profit and immediately, right, buying into the next one, or buying the next one and taking profit on the previous one. Or if your brokerage allows you to roll your contracts, then you would want to do just that same thing. Right now, amazing, right? Amazing. We've been working through this. If you've been with me doing this, you are learning, right? You're learning patience. You're learning about price action. You're learning, obviously, about setting levels, letting them stick. We saw a good hold, and we see right now what appears to be a breakout of an ascending triangle, right? Now, these are notorious for faking people out. We are well aware of the tendencies that come with these type of patterns. So having a gap up against resistance would obviously be room for a gap fill. If you were to wick up, right, and reject 29 or even 28.90, that could qualify you for a double top. And then, of course, the same. If this pattern fails, then it may just go into a consolidation phase, and I will still stick to the same stop loss, but I will likely take profit or reduce risk because obviously a failing bullish pattern would likely mean that we're going to see a pullback. So Tesla short or long, we're going to be watching. I've got levels for both. Uh, Good to see you too. Good morning. Hope you guys are doing well. Make sure to tap your screen if you guys don't mind. All right. 19. Good morning, Dave Johnson. I forgot to. Oh, I just said everybody and I didn't even post the link. All right. So that's MRO. Let's move on to Meta. All right. So you guys are gonna this is where no emotions, right? No emotions. We are robots, and if you swung with me today on Meta, all right, there is no reward in being stoic uh below technical levels, right? 132.24, and we can definitely expect for Meta to continue to the downside. I'm going to stick with the same stop loss that I had yesterday. Okay. That means below 132.25, 5 minute can and because this level now, remember what I said and what I've talked about. You guys see how it holds up on the 5 and it holds up on the 15 and it holds up on the hourly. Do you see that? That's a key level. Now it must have a candle close below it, or we're doomed. No, I'm just kidding. So right now we're holding support. I've got a lower time frame downtrend here. I really like Meta here actually a lot, especially if we can get above 134.35. If we fail to do that, and this is where you guys have to know that I'm abiding, oh shit, that I am abiding by my stop losses, right? And it's your job to make sure that if you don't have a plan for Meta and you take the trade with me, you need to stick with what I say, or what with what I would be doing, right? Because that's ultimately, if you don't know and you start taking over the trade, if you're following anybody or even a robot, like you can't take over the trade unless you can go and chart it and set it up and understand exactly what it is that I'm trying to put down here. So I would need a candle close above 134.22, preferably around 134.50. I have a target to the upside around 136. Around 136, I'll take some profit off the table. And then at that point, I'm actually looking for a potentially strong move into the 140s, right? Now, right now, we've got a iffy earnings. That doesn't, we have to consider sentiment. And right now, sentiment is kind of shitty. We are bouncing, so we're just going to, there is no emotions here. But below my stop loss, I will be looking at meta contracts to the downside. Logan, no. That is, sorry, I had to tap on that. No. People, I'm trading, and people can follow me if they wish. I'm just letting them know that if they don't have a plan for themselves, that if they're following anybody, uh, even if it's in person, you probably shouldn't take over a trade that you don't know about. And no, I don't. So I'm teaching here, Mr. Logan. Oh man, you look angry. Your profile picture. Look, yeah, Red Bull. A lot. All right. So I'm watching Meta. That's the main watch here today. Obviously, with that, we need to be looking at the cues. The cues yesterday, we had this little level right here. Not that the median here is going to be 267. So, without really paying too much attention to that, right here, figure that's for good measure. Um, so right there, as you guys can see, we are holding, right? Holding this little downtrend. This is compression, right, at its finest. So that, right, is what I'm going to be looking at. And then we need to go ahead and go look back, right? Look over here. Look where we wick off of this morning. Do you see that? That is where your confluence is at. So there's plenty of room to chop. But if as long as we hold, and I'll bring this back down, right? Because this is essentially where, Qs are trying to hold here at the moment. But we are technically opening up underneath this resistance level, which is not good. That could lead to further downside. There is a potential fake out in that little bull flag compression setup right now. So I will be watching the Qs setting alerts, right, on both of those trends. Solid stocks, listen, I'm better than you. No, just kidding. Listen, it works for me. Um, I'm sorry, dude. Go live stream and teach people. Um, sorry. If you don't understand it, that's one thing. Just let me know, and I'll teach you. It's not a problem. Gotta miss TikTok. What's up, Stockman? All right. So QQQ, keeping a tight eye on that one. We need to add an alert here and add an alert there. So 265.56. Yeah, most people who insult tech now, there are forms of technical analysis that I just don't buy, right? I don't put any stock into them or strategies in themselves. Um, that's still my opinion, but at the end of the day, like, yeah, I'm gonna discourage people from using automated bots. Sorry. If everybody's using an automated bot, they're only going to work. They may work, right? I'm not taking anything away from that. You may build something that works really well. Eventually, it won't. Okay, so Solus, listen, I do this live in front of God and everybody, and I'm good at what I do. So I don't know what to tell you, man. They work. This is actually beautiful because right now you've got a lower time frame compression setup, which is amazing. Anytime you see compression, you see expansion. I'll teach you that later when you're older. And then 272, right, where this zone is above us, we would need to establish buyers in that area, and that could fire off a squeeze. And yeah, we are in a there's math here in this trend. So but yeah, I mean the cues are all pent up, and we could go straight down. I only use these levels and I adhere to these levels in order to make sure that I'm reacting accordingly. So that way I'm not making mistakes. And this is a form of risk management. I'm looking at previous price action and current price action to understand where buyers, sellers are established at and where they would eventually have to exit their position. So where's the money at? Where are those point of controls? And it's just the mechanics behind the stock market. So let's start. Let me said, like I said, I mean, if you don't understand, that's fine. You just sit here and learn, or just continue to bitch. But if you were any good, you'd be live and you'd be teaching people. So that's probably why you're on my live watching me, because you're not, or you're one of those people who started one of those discords last year when everything was hot, and then now that it's not, you're salty, so you're on other people's live streams. All right, so Meta, QQQ. Now let's look at Tesla because I know everybody's like, obviously that's going to be the number one thing. Now options, right? Were loaded, absolutely loaded. And I did discuss this morning how there could be a descending triangle here, but we don't. And I know this guy's gonna just lose his mind. We don't use trend lines unless there are confluences between them, right? Trend line and a key level where candles are closing and price is controlled, 207.35. That's where I see Tesla holding, right? Anywhere above and out of 212, I'm going to call it 213, but you've got 212, 31, right, where this is boxed out at. That's where I could see Tesla moving in. But as you guys can see, this is a major consolidation zone. And so I discussed this morning that Tesla on the higher time frame here is in trend, right? So it did have, or was in trend, excuse me. And then that trend has since been broken, right? So on earnings, that candle closed below, we wicked up, false breakout, and you've dumped down, right? That sets you up for, and because you haven't made a new low, you've made a lower or a higher low, you could end up going for one more retest, and that could be anywhere around 218.30. And just the accomplishment of making sure that max pain and that narrative is sealed or are nailed down and the pain is really felt. Um, so I would recommend if you're in Tesla, or you decided to take a gamble, God forbid that money has anything of value to you. If it's obviously you don't take what you don't need into any trade. Why does it say Ulta? Okay, never mind. Yeah, you don't into any trade that's high risk like that, because at the end of the day, um, these are opportunities for institutions to take advantage of that massive influx of premium. So let's stocks. If you knew how the markets work, it is 10 minutes before the bell. If you knew how the markets work, you would be at your computer prepping and having nothing to do with me, my friend. And that's a fact. So everybody in here who is prepping, congratulations to this guy who is obviously very salty. Feel free to DM me, dude. I'd be happy to talk to you, and we can you can tell me what you feel, what your problems are, and then I can tell you exactly what it is that I do, and what I look for in my trades. And I guess if you want, you can cry about it, but I don't want to ban you, but I will. Yeah. All right. So Tesla, we're gonna keep our hands off. We're gonna let this thing go into autopilot. It could stay and chop in here and create that descending triangle, and we could see a new low. We shall see. Volume delta or delta will provide your magnets for price. Yes, we understand. If you guys are on here, make sure to leave a like. Appreciate it. We got soulless stocks over here about to have a heart attack. So, John, listen, man. And as long as you took something that was, of reason, no. I'm gonna, dude. It's Thursday. So, or yeah, it's Thursday. It was a gamble. I'm gonna let it do what it does. So I'm not even looking at it. Um, yeah. If it goes for lows, like new lows, sure. I would anticipate not even just looking at trend, but even, we have 195 below us, or obviously 200, the whole number of just 200 psychological, but a lot of the times they'll run it past that, and you'll see liquidity hunts at those whole numbers, but they'll close that candle on top of it. So, we'll see. Do you chat in your Discord with members? Yeah, of course. Uh, they're free to unmute themselves. Obviously, as long as they're not about to flush a toilet or anything like that. If one of you unmutes yourself with a toilet flush, I swear, you're banned. I know someone in here probably thought about it. John Newt, how old do you think I am, my friend? Just guess. I'll give you that. John, I've been riding through this for longer than that. Gang, gang. I won't flush. That's funny. Good morning. What's up? We got some salty members in here. You weren't around in 1999? My God, yes, I was, dude. I am 30 years old. I have two children. Collectively, like writing it down collectively, uh, about 5 years. But like I've told people before, it's when I really started taking options trading and investing seriously. It took me about I feel like to get my head screwed on, it took me about a year and a half to 2 years, and then that's when I started to see an uptrend. Before that, I had a nightmare upbringing, like the worst, and that's one of the things is, I was a unguided, unmentored trader. I had some pretty good instincts as far as like what I was looking at and trend and stuff like that. And I've made a lot of big plays. It's well recorded on my Instagram and stuff like that. I took a lot of really small accounts, and I would take like 250, I would send it up to about 10K or 9K, and then I would blow it all like fast, absolutely blow it. And I did that like upwards to like 8 times, 8 to 10 times. Like I got it, and not every time did I hit 10K. A lot of the times I would fall short, and it got worse and worse each time. And that's because I was becoming more and more scared and letting those emotions rule me. So I had like this fucking epiphany. I was like, okay, well, I can take 250 to 10K. Like, what the fuck is my problem? Why haven't I just pulled that money out and just done it again? And when I took that mentality on and started like building something behind it, that's when my trading started changing. I also stopped trading weeklies. I also always made sure that anytime I took a trade, if I hadn't looked at it from the daily down, that it wasn't valid. It wasn't valid. It wasn't a trade that I was going to be taking. If I haven't been able to fully dissect it, the structure and the trend in which it's been trading, then it's not for me. So John, that's great, man. I don't know what your purpose is here to do, but old son me. When I get older, man, I promise I will not do this to younger people. I will not. I won't do the whole I've been doing it, man. Come on. If you're so good, teach the younger generation. You know what I'm saying? How long do I usually stay in a position? Could be 15 minutes to almost the entirety of the day. Um, I do have swing trades, like MRO that I've been holding now for feels like I think about 2 weeks now. So thank you guys for tapping your screen on TikTok. I appreciate that. Can we learn how you chart through the education center, or is it more of a live thing? I'm going to be breaking down. I have a live stream or on the Discord. I know that you guys on YouTube can't see it, but TikToks can see it. But like on um on this right here, if you scroll down on the Discord, there is I just did it. I typed all of this out. You guys can go and look at it. It's a breakdown on exactly what it is that I look at as a day trader. It was a perfect setup, so I wanted to record it and break down exactly why. So make sure if you guys go hop in there, you can check that out for yourselves. So, alrighty. All right, so let's focus in because we're gonna not go into the bell distractions. What's up, Chart Gobber? You young guys, go get a job. All right, old man. We're gonna escort you out back to the. Never mind. That was gotta be rude. You're like the dude. I remember when get out of here. Have a good morning, though, man. I hope you have a great day. It's all right, dude. The young people were trying to learn, but it's old people like you. Not, I don't mean old, right? I don't know how old you are. Clearly, you're said you've been charting on paper, so but you could be a nice older person, or you could be a mean one. I think you're a mean one, so you're grounded. You can't come here anymore. We'll go over options and all that other stuff, guys, another time. But we're gonna focus in here. Uh, not taking any requests right now. It's time to where did you say that was intermediate techniques, guys? Go to in the educational center. I typed out a everything, so go study that up and write down some questions that you have, and I will absolutely answer them to the best of my ability. So um I mean, we go live enough, guys, that you can look at these opportunities as like one-on-ones. um there is no dumb questions for me, you guys know that. So all right, please remember this morning, if you are in Meta and you're in those calls, please do not negotiate. Please. What the dude, my screen looks mad weird. I can't look at I gotta signal this to get out or get in of this Meta contract. So who are those two? Who are these creatures on TikTok? I don't know. All right, and we are open. Yeah, guys, go to YouTube. The link is in my bio. Guys, notice how I'm watching the hourly? Watching this 15-minute. Here's Tesla. There's that build down. 205.80. I don't know what's going on. I see it's blurry. But yeah, you guys might have to go onto YouTube. I don't know why it's blurry. Ooh, fake out. Nasty. All right, staying in cash. Waiting for Bennett. Contracts are at 6.3. If we stay range bound today, I am out of here. Just letting you guys know in advance. There's no choppy trading for me today. We need to get a move on. Come on, Mieta. Tesla, what you doing, baby? If we flush, listen closely. I'm hotkeying out and hotkeying in to 130. I'm gonna go 132s. I might end up having to hit the 131s, but 132 contracts, and that'll be light. But right now we're good to go. Just told them what we got. Pre-market highs are 134.50. You can add there if you want. Aim for 134.86 and then 135.50. Tesla giving shorts a nasty fake out here to the downside. Huge volume on Tesla right now. Humongous. Buyers coming off of the 205.65 level. I think we talked about that this morning. Absolutely gorgeous. All right, let's see if Meta's going to hold its move. That's better, but I don't know, dude. Whatever they're doing on Tesla is madness. Guys, Meta liking this, looking good so far. We got 10 minutes left in this candle, so don't get excited. But 5-minute candle right here. Pre-market highs 134.47. Pre-market lows. We've already tried to cross them, but reversed. Stay patient. I can't look at live trading right now while I'm signaling because I'm trying to make sure that I get this in. Tesla building down, shorts pushing right now. Candle close. Good morning. Good morning. Tesla could lead the market down. All right, that's aggressive. Do you see that price action? Now follow through with that type of price action, and that's definitive of more downside, right? I need to get off of that. Hold on really quickly. I gotta watch the cues here, guys. Good build. Nice little retest off that 50% mark. 133.45. Can it hold it? Can it break? Is Tesla doomed? Tesla might be doomed. Nope. Look at that. 1, 2, 3. We need to go make a new low like that. Um, Hold on 1 second. I gotta see where we're at right now. QQQ could move down to 268.66. There's Tesla down. If anybody has those puts, they're like 46%. I'm not touching them. All right. This thing either dumps to 200 or beyond, or this is either a big day or a dumb day. So there's no in between for me. Tesla dumping we'll see how that influences the market. But it's not okay. So we're having trouble holding or making any moves to the upside. And the longer that we sit here with Meta, like if we chopped in range, that's one thing. But if you sit up against resistance like this, that's where you can see um, uh, eventually exhaustion, right? It's showing you that they don't have enough juice to get this up and out. Although they wanted to, they were not able to. Gap fill here on Tesla. That's 204, 204.68. I'm going to stick with the position that I have on Meta right now. I'm not going to add to it quite yet. So maybe that's it. Maybe that's 1, 2, 3, and that's it. This is such an interesting setup on Meta or on QQQ and Meta. I mean, it's ridiculous. Hold on, I'm scrolling up. I'd have to look at that. I trade on 30K every month and then withdraw. So Tesla can't do this. Tesla needs to bounce 203.48. If we lose that, I don't see anywhere else to go but 200. Meta going back down to that 50% mark. This is where you could see that reversal. If you're in calls that expire next week, if we open a candle underneath 133.32, I'm going to literally knock into like one put for this week. QQQ is still sitting at support right now. Yeah, I think Tesla has now made a new yearly low. Unless it's good, if it goes to 200 and bounces, you know, maybe we see something. But right now, I mean, based on the trend that I have, I've got 193.15. But that's, I mean, that's going to drag the market down. I've got my puts. I'm up 100%. It's not enough. This play, is it worth it for me or it's not? Guys, QQQ. Starting to get some shaky knees here. 15-minute candle is well below our 370.65. Meta is fighting for that. Ooh. What did we just bounce off on Tesla? 202.25. My Tesla put is for this week. So if this doesn't I think for me I'm like it goes in the money or not even. Yeah, no, it goes in the money or it gets to 200. Got out of Meta. King K, why? Are you in the same contract? 620? Bro, you're way too zoomed in, dude. Why? There's. I feel like there's no reason right now, man. It's good. It's holding up really, really well. It's holding the 50% mark. If you're is AA ripping? Oh shit, that's SS. Oh hell yeah. Well, watch out. Gap fill. It has to crush its gap fill first. But first of all, I'm still holding my shit. Um, sorry, I gotta watch Tesla right now. And what the if they so you can take profit. Don't listen to me. Take profit if you wish. But if they yank it back up and just go for a retest, everybody's contracts are dead. No, a different contract and a bad fill. Okay, all right, different. I thought you had the same. Can I get a head count? Anybody in Meta right now? Meta calls. Meta calls. All right. Tesla's giving that. I want to bounce. I'm not. I feel like I don't even want to look at it. What are we doing on Microsoft? Same thing. I would reduce risk below pre-market lows. Hey! That's what the fuck I'm talking about. Do it. Now I shouldn't even react to that truthfully, but if we hold, I just like seeing that good solid bounce that lets me know that there's some support here. If we can get out of 134.40, we'll see some upside. The squeeze said it all. Yeah, feel free to take profit. 100% is great, but I'm gonna sit in this. Right now, Meta looks great. I love it. Let's go look at the regular hours chart. Oh shit, not that one. No, it's not. You're up against resistance, so maybe wait. You know, for yeah, man. So I would set a. You'd have to set a tighter stop, which would be 133.90, 133.90. But you can if you wish. Am I holding Tesla puts? I'm holding both of those. Did AA did its thing, didn't it? Yep. Typical. MRO, little retest there. We're at highs, struggling to hold them. Still no you can hedge that gap fill if you wish. I'm gonna keep riding. All right. Let's hold this. We opened up a candle. I might add here 138, 136 contracts.
This week and next week.
This week. I'm already in. All right, cool. So we got QQQ just broke downtrend. QQQ must get above 272.28 and 272.60. Weeklies, stay with next week's if you are, obviously, if that's something that risk adverse. But the swing trade right now, if you're in, those contracts are now at 6.9, so about to cross the 7 threshold. So right now, again, targets 135.45. Second target 136.18. Those are going to be our targets to the upside right now. So far, so good. MRO calls green. Neo puts green. Are you showing your place for free? Yeah. I don't do them every day. All right, that momentum can shift because right now, I mean, it is an obvious play. I'm not trying to overthink this right now, but we must hold this high. If we fall back down out of this area, right? And this is truthfully where we must hold. Weeklies cannot go through that. So you got to make a decision if a candle opens up above or below 134. Um, Private equity firms, hedge funds, derivatives. Not a lot, no. When will I sell Meta? When it hits my target. I don't. I'm not even looking at my contracts right now. Why would I? I've got my finger on the hotkey. If I need to cut, I'll cut. I'll cut for no loss or a minimal loss. But there is, as long as it doesn't matter what I think. I stick to what I've set up, the plan that I made for myself, and that's it. So there, I could feel how I want to feel about Meta's 5-minute candle right there. It was kind of weak, right? The price action's the volume's pretty consistent, but price action's weak. If it pulls back down to that, this area right here, right, which is going to be the 134, right? If it pulls back, oh well, right? If it bounces off that, great. I don't panic. I'm not panicking. I'm just execution. That's all we worry about. 135.32 coming up next. our product's not as volatile as long-term investments. Oh, Ben, yes, I do. All right, so if you got into those meta weeklies, right, slower price action or good solid price action here. First trim mark for those is going to be just above 135.64. We're coming up on it right now. So right there, if you guys can look at my chart, hopefully don't just wick right there. I think we get a little bit higher, but that is 135.30. So yeah, the market is popping right now. QQQ, baby. Right there. We hold. QQQ keeps rising. Let me show you guys what the QQQ looks like right now. Stop looking at the 5-minute. I shouldn't even have that up. Look. Remember what we talked about? This is that play that I was looking at. Now, our target isn't just resistance. Our target is 139.80. The market wants Boris back. Oh, God. That's hilarious. There you go, Qs. There you go, Qs. That's healthy. All right, we must break and hold in the box, right? We must do it. This is not the place for a reversal. Oops. Watch 273. All right, Matt. This is weaker 5-minute or weaker 3-minute. We do see a nice push off of that 134.43. So that means we got lots of money right there. So a retest of pre-market highs of 134.40, 134.45 would be okay. But if a re-entered that pre-market high area, that would probably bring us back down to test it at 132.80, and then you would see a reversal. MRO still wanting to hold up. AA crackhead energy right there, my friends. There's 135.50 tapped perfectly on Meta. What is NVIDIA doing here? Oh, would you look at that, my friend? Who the hell asked me about NVIDIA this morning? I hope you're making doll hairs, man. Sheesh. J-Bo, where's the money? Shit's moving better than my Meta, dude. What's Amazon doing? Eh. What's not Meta? Excuse me. Apple. That's what I was thinking. I don't know why. Apple. Okay, we're still looking okay for it to put a little bit of weaker price action. So look at the, yeah, definitely nuts. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, it's pretty crazy. Okay, so zoom out before you get too wrapped in what's going on right now, right? Zoom out and look, right, at where Meta's at. This candle is gonna determine, because it's 9:54. We could be low. This could be that 10 a.m. reversal. So if you have your weeklies and you are up, or in anything heavy, we need to be careful right now. We've got a couple more minutes. We are okay with a retest. Weeklies, not so much. I'm watching them right now. I think you could go for a light retest, but other than that, we've got 5 minutes until 10 a.m. So, J-Bo, amazing, dude. Tesla, beautiful rejection of the 207 level that we talked about this morning. Meta showing some resilience here. Guys, do you notice these levels are hitting on the money, man? Right there. Perfect tap off of 135.50 on the cues. But still holding, so we're good. We're good. Tesla looks like hot dog water. If you guys are on TikTok, if you guys don't mind, please tap your screen. Definitely really helps me out. If you guys are on YouTube, make sure to leave a like. How we doing? Those of you guys in the swing, you guys should be up. Nice little cushion here. Perfect. Perfect entry yesterday, dude. Yes. Yes. Snapchat for sure. I don't know if I want to swing into that though, my boy. I'd rather just trade motherfucking I should. I should. I should. MRO going for new motherfucking highs, dude. Let's go. Push it. It's not there yet, but I'm excited. Thanks for the play. Putterstock was able to break even on the day. All right, you gonna keep got any other trades left or Meta Weekly's out with 40%, not a problem. Nice job. Still sitting. You can trim off if you want. I've trimmed off like 2 contracts, but I'm still pretty much in the same thing that I'm in. So no position, wait on Tesla. I would do so. Yes. I think right now it's chop time. It's time to eat premiums. Let's see MRO. It has to break and hold its new highs. 2 plays a day. Okay. I'm actually this is kind of a TMI, but I need to trim a few contracts here on Meta for weeklies because I gotta go to the bathroom like right now. I'm about to I'm about to install a fucking a monitor in my bathroom on the ceiling. Not gonna lie, the contracts on Meta's 140 looking kind of sickly. I'm gonna wait. I think we pull back here. Let's go look at the cues, right? Okay, so we're rejecting that wall. That's where we have to break above. Have to. We're not doing it yet, but we're still okay. There's no reason to panic. But the wall right here is 271.43. Buyers got to keep sellers out of that area. Period. And you could retest it, right? So sellers bring it back down. If buyers are sitting there, then they're going to push that right back up. You've got that, and you've got that. Mamma mia. And do we have new 52-week highs on MRO? Not quite. Not quite. You at 10 a.m. right there. Stay patient, friends. Let's go. Let's get it. MRO! New highs! Woo! Let's go. Now hold them. Go! Now we just sit. I gotta hold it. New highs on Meta right there. Uh-oh. Who is that? Right. TikTok. You guys don't mind. Will you tap your screen for me, please? There it is. New highs on the Qs. New highs on Tesla. There's a baby. What's up, girl? You gotta be quiet. Daddy's. Hey, we're in the money right now.
Why are baby not moving?
It's called a GIF.
And why are baby not playing?
It's broken. Keep running your latch. All right. So right now, from what I can tell, and I have to. So this is something. Son of a biscuit eating basketball player. So it's either the wick, which I don't think so, or it's right there. But either one, we still have a little bit of a leg up here, which is 135.75 and or 136.35, which I see more confluence in. Hey, baby.
Why is TV not in there?
Because I put it back out there. That's why I bought a TV with wheels on it. New highs on MRO, guys. We're about to hit $29. So if you want to add a contract or roll one out, my phone.
Yes.
You're too young. Why do you need a phone? Why are you asking for a phone? You're 3.
Huh?
You're 3 years old.
We're in other one. We're in other phone.
Using it for work.
No, I'm talking about one.
1,
Yeah.
2. I need them. All right. Well, QQQ is doing better than Meta. Meta is not moving up. So, no, baby, you can't. Big cast.
Now it's you play on the TV on your phone.
You can use a remote. Yeah, MRO, $29, baby. Let's go. I told y'all. Now go, Meta. Go, go, go. Wickfield, baby. No. Listen,
I love it.
I love it too.
I love your phone.
Oh my god.
I want to look.
You don't love it. You just think it's the remote control for the TV. I'll be back, baby. Come on, Meta, follow the cues. MRO, let's go. Let's do it, dude. I'm stoked about that, man. That's awesome. Qs, new highs on the Qs. Come on, Meta, go. 136.28. It's right there. You can have it. 136.35. It's for you. I made it out of a clay like dreidel, like a dreidel. Tesla exploded. Yeah, because they're eating your premiums right now. There it is. We cleared. No, not pullback time. It's trim time. You swung meta with me with next week's contracts. Gonna take I take one off the board, I think, just to trim it out. Price action is really slow. It's just my way of reducing risk. And I got into December calls for meta instead of weeklies. Echo, good gravy. No, I mean you're probably up like what, a percent? If you're in December calls, I mean that's you're looking for. We need that move to 140. So no, I wouldn't. That's what I would do. But I obviously whatever whatever works for you. But I just trimmed a contract right off the bat. So thank you TikTok for the likes. We're at 3.2K. So look at Tesla's retesting that floor now. That is a retest. MRO is gonna need to break and hold, but I still really like that move up there. And we're holding. Guys, I just want to point out though, at no time were we ever really beat up on MRO. And I know that if I don't know if I haven't really gotten a head count of who exactly was in that trade with me, but we're not done yet. You know, we got plenty left to do, but that is a prime example of you can trade in slow motion. In slow motion, we were able to day trade it, a couple 100% puts, all that good stuff. That's it. So right now, still good. And again, just because I'm saying that doesn't mean that it's going to work out. But what I can say is that at least we've been able to navigate it, right? And not ever really lose in a considerable amount of money. Tesla, getting ready to ruin your life. Meta, still in, still green, baby. $7.30 on those contracts. Looking good. Kyle, I do, man. The link is in my bio. The Discord has free education in there. So you need Tesla to break the median. If it's going to make that big explosion, it needs to go over 210. Meta, guys, we're going to hit our target, I think, here. Good trade, though. Good patience. If you're riding in this, you're not panicking. You're letting price action develop. You're not worried about, like, oh, but what if I don't get all the get? We're just taking action where we see fit. So look at that. That is getting a lot of spam calls, though. Let's go. Hey, Robert. How you doing, man? Oh, what? Good?
Yes,
Cool.
I trimmed half my lots from that.
Let's go, dude. Let's go. Did you add weeklies?
Trimmed them too. I had these actually weeklies also.
Let's go, dude. Let's go,
I still
dude.
have 1 weekly left and 2 next week, so I have 3 left.
All right. Anybody else have any questions? Anybody else? AA has me flabbergasted. It's gonna send me to AA, dude. AAA. Gonna have to add A to that one. Yeah, watch a double bottom and an absolute rocket up to $50. I'm telling you. All right, so here's the deal. Let's plan ahead. Let's not wait. You're going to need to well, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I need to go ahead and trim out a little bit of meta weeklies now as we move up, right? Because we want to sell those contracts to the people buying the top. I will still hold a few and rock the stop loss around I'm going to say 135 whole. That's going to be my runner stop loss for my weeklies. I am still very much in my next week's contracts. This is exactly the fucking move. Sorry, I'm a little amped up about this. This is exactly what we were talking about. This is exactly what we talked about. And so planning the trade, taking the trade, you are in the moment right now where we found a high probability trade. We created a plan for ourselves. We swung, added, record this, record your emotions in this, write these things down where you were, did you fully understand the setup, but what you feel right now, or what, like, this is the moments that we have to record because we're profitable right now, right? And this is, if you're doing something right, right, write your entry down, write the day, write your feelings, right? I know your feelings, so you might have to open up, but if you haven't taken a trade, that's still fine. You know, we this isn't like the greatest move ever by Meta, but and for sure, right, we could see a rejection. And I tell you what, we have a great short level. Um, but yeah, I think we're good to go. So YouTube, how we doing? So let's zoom out. Let's take a look. 15-minute candle. We've got a minute and 24 seconds to close here. We can also note, right, big strong candle right out of that squeeze level, but we're still in contraction, right? We're having contractions. 136.26. Okay, my feelings died a long time ago. You might do well here too. No, no feelings is still okay. You should probably go talk to somebody. So dark. We got Batman in here. This is weaker price action. This is weaker price action. So don't hope we have executed the first part of the trade. So right now we've trimmed out, we're in profit. You can go ahead and set that leg right there, right? And really it's going to be right here, right? So it's 134.88 and 135. I'm gonna have to actually go to the 3 minute really sec. Okay, so let me tighten that up a little bit. So 134.75 and 135.20. New high on Meta. I hope you guys at Meta aren't delayed or anything. So what we can take away from this right now while we're trading is we were able to spot a high probability setup, right? Before it happens. It's not a huge play, but this is a profitable one you can walk away from and feel good about and still be up on the day. Let it go. I have no idea what the fuck Tesla's doing. I stopped watching. What the? There it is. Target. Smash. All right. Trim another one. Trim, trim, trim. All right. There we go. Tesla. Oh. Dang. Watch it above 212.38, and you're going to do exactly what I talked about this morning. Yes, I would have been. No, I wouldn't have entered on the same contracts. Maybe for next week, but that's the move. So here's what's happening, right? Look, what I need to do is I've got the trade with I took with weeklies where I've been able to basically pay for the trade. I just trimmed out of more weeklies. Now I have runners. So that's the trade, right? The weekly trade. The swing trade, which I've knocked a few off, the swing trade is to 139 or beyond, right? That's where that's at. So I'm executing, which, you know, again, if I hadn't have swung into next week, I probably would have taken this week's trade. And then obviously having looking at it right now, or having looked at it this morning, that's where I would go ahead and say, okay, after I go ahead and take those hotkey contracts in, I'm going to go ahead and turn my eyes towards where, and more than, I'm going to be honest with you, more than likely, I probably would have taken another week out. But right now I have the cushion to swing in at the bottom, right where I know we were at support. And so if we opened up below it, we would get a retest of it, and then I would be able to kind of get out there. But rather being able to swing into this week's or next week's contracts and then run it up that way. So right now we're good to go. All we got to do is just sit, watch, wait, be patient. Okay. Is it uninstinctual if you're new to be patient and to not look? No, and it's TP, not cut. So you took the trade because you had a cushion. I took the trade. I talked about this yesterday, and I wasn't able to go live last night, but we had this very same setup minus this. That's it, right? And I knew and was able to show 1, 2, 3. We closed at support. I have trimmed meta multiple times. I am out of most of the weekly contracts. Not a huge gain. I still have some, but I have trimmed very few of next week's contracts. Right now, I'd like for, and this is where we need to kind of zoom out a little bit. I need to actually go and pull back to the hourly. So we want to look at where this hourly candle closes. We got 41 minutes for this hourly candle to close. And every time that an hourly candle closes below the 135.50 area, it has reversed. I don't know what's happening right now. Very good. That's fucking badass. Let's go. Let's go. Break it. All right. So because I have runners, which runners for me, I got about four or five contracts here, knocking off another one. This is good practice because this is paying for the trade. It's giving me cushion. I'm giving myself more and more reason to hold and play to my targets. So, good morning. How are you? Doing well, man. Doing well. Is this FX trading? Hell no. You son of a bitch. All right. Those contracts that you bought for 6 are now at 7.6. Fucking great entry, man. Let's go, dude. This is the dream. Perfect setup. Another really good. So this is another opportunity that we're gonna go ahead and go over all of this. So let me go ahead, and I haven't signaled once in Potter stocks. I am the fucking worst. All right, hold on 1 second. Everyone trim. Sheesh. Let's go, dude. Let's go. This is exactly what we were watching. Let's go. I fucking love these trades, dude. So you only trade 3 stocks max at a time, usually only 1 or 2. Let's go, man.
Hey Gary, just want to say thanks, man, because I literally bought like one meta contract at 3 o'clock yesterday before you signaled,
Yeah.
and then you signaled like 3:58 and bought like 6 more. So
All right,
it was
nice.
crazy work all day yesterday. And you just said, I'm just like,
Yeah, exactly.
confirmed everything for me, man. So thanks.
Yeah, man, of course. So you mostly in profit right now, just riding out the rest?
Yeah, I got like honestly, I one runner left, so
Okay,
just
cool.
letting it rip. So.
Yeah, I still got, and I just trimmed, I just signaled a trim at 7.7 right up there. I didn't get that fill. I got 7.6, 5, but, this is, yeah, this is it. This is all we can, and same thing goes, right? We got a 15-minute candle. We have to. So right now, if we pull back under, that's gonna be the first indication of a reversal. Right? So this candle close here, we've got 8 minutes and 11 seconds to not suck. And right now we're up against this key. Look at this right here. I know you guys on TikTok. I might have to restart the stream, guys, because unfortunately it looks like I'm off the kizzy. So how many contracts do you have going at one time? Um, that depends on the trade. Uh, for Meta, like looking at next week's contracts, starting with five, and then adding another five before the end of the day, and then today, 15 weekly contracts. Trimming off five, like right at the break, and then going by threes after that until I hit my target. So this is exactly what I said that I didn't want to see, and it's doing it. That's a little red candle. I can speculatively always, if you want, it's not it, we don't want to trade scared. But if there was some sort of reversal, it will bring you back down to 134.24. Do not hold and hope. Okay. Met my daily goal out. Met my daily goal. I'm out. Peace. Amazing. You know what? You know, like how football players will have like a board above them, um, like or in the tunnel before they walk out, and it's like they slap it. Everybody slaps it before they go. I should make a channel where everybody hits their daily goal. Just like drop a message in there. Real quick, guys. I'm gonna grab a cheap. Obviously, this is $70 for me. I'm grabbing a cheap 130 put on Meta. This is just speculative to get me out of my head or get me out of my calls. And that's at 71 right now. I like to write these things down, so. All right, so runners, and I'm still green, nice and green right now. We're at 7.5. I will allow for, and again, because this is more relevant to me on the 15, and I'm looking at a 15-minute candle close here, and I'm looking at an hourly, right, candle close here. It's going to be more important for me to make sure that we do not close, yes, under that trend line. It's okay if we do and we're still bullish, but if we close anywhere around 134, that's going to pull us back down, and that's where I'm going to be looking at Meta to break down and fall. So far, everything looks fine. There is no reason to panic. I am patient. I grabbed one put so if you are in nothing, I wouldn't go and grab something that I'm using to reduce my risk, right? Because all I have to do with this contract is cut it at high of day. That's it, right? And it just gives me a little bit of breathing room. Now, does it give me like all of my profits back? No, but I'll hold that contract, right? If we so why am I doing this? We're at resistance. What happens at resistance? You get resistance. So if that resistance wins and we fall, then I can go ahead and know that we're probably going to go and revisit our breakout level or our nearest support, and just leave it at that. So right now, our 5-minute candle just opened back up underneath that downtrend. So looking like so much. What was that? Looking likely like we might see a pullback. We've got 4 minutes and 10 seconds on the 15-minute candle close to get either up to 136.50 or go above. On the hourly candle, we've got 33 minutes. You can go to the 30-minute time frame and do the same thing. Look, so look, you guys asked me how do I know which time frame is relevant? Look, 30-minute, 15-minute, same candle close. So if that's where you find the setup, that's the candle close that you need, right? Because if you look at the 5, right, you get the series of candle closes there, but you really don't get much after that, and then it doesn't really line up the same way back here. When you go to the hourly, it does line up that way. So and really, the more relevant that it is on every single time frame. So right here, it is you do see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. candle closes on the 5, that's 136.50. That's exactly where this candle closed on the 5. This is exactly where that candle closed on the 5. So we can go ahead and say that once Meta opens a candle up above 136.50, that we could look for further upside. Right now, pullback level is 136.60. That's the 9-day moving average, and the previous resistance before us. So NVIDIA going through, yeah. Holy shit. Jabo, I bet you did hit your daily goal. Damn, dude, that's amazing. Yo, oh my god, dude, this literally did it. Look at NVIDIA, y'all. Oh man, I love tech. I love technical analysis. Like, I would do this shit for fun. It's my special interest. Damn, that went right up to that level. See, if I had a bunch of monitors with screens on it, it would just be watch my TA play out. All right, I'm gonna end this really quick. Cut the put when it gets up to that top. That's it. All right. So 71. It was at 71 cents. Candle close. Candle close. Everybody being patient. Anybody still in Meta next week's contracts with me? Oh, that's a spicy meatball. Let's go. Let's hold it inside above that wick. Spy call. Nice. You see that candle? Not quite yet. Still in the put. Good morning. What's up, Eric? That's why I grabbed the put. Pay attention to the candle closes here. If we candle close below this 135.50, guys, I'll go ahead and cut another I might even just cut out completely, but I'll probably go ahead and just any weekly runners gone. No. Jonah Kolea, I grabbed a 130 put at $71 at the top here. Just so what I was talking about is the fact that if Meta, right, at resistance decides to hold on one second. So we are at resistance, right? We know this. We can go back even right here and we can see that this is one of those main resistances that we've had. So you can actually see the same price action, right? Candle close, candle close, candle close. Right now, right, the opposite happened. You did have a couple wicks down, but you get a big wick up, and that defines your downside here. We already have one of those. We're pulling back, right? So if we're at resistance, what would that basically for me would mean, okay, if we reject resistance, or resistance is where sellers are at and they push that price back down and it gets back below where sellers already wanted to keep it, which is 135.50, then I would look for Meta to go ahead and melt down to 134.27 and maybe even further. But I'm still in next week's expiration, right? I have a runner on the weeklies. This one put that I have, right? And again, this is, you can either just cut, you don't have to trade just like me, right? I'm just telling you what I'm doing. I grab a put because in my mind, if I close out at resistance and let's say, yeah, it's depreciating my contracts, those seven, those were at what, 777, they're now at 725. So that put, if we dump, where are we going to go? We're going to go to our median. Our median is 134.75. That's fine. But if we were to break our median, we're going to go back down to support and maybe even further. So I have it weighed up is like, okay, if it's worth me holding to allow for the potential price target of around 140 to hit, but it's also not, it's worth me grabbing a put at resistance, right, where it has to break. So basically I'm shorting with sellers, right, and I'm taking their risk, and my position is green in cushion, right, has cushion, and my short is backed up by their sell. What is this? Who's unmuted?
Quick question.
Oh, Rob.
Those are the GSC basically.
He's doing rocket science stuff. Don't listen. Saved you. Could have heard some insider information. Oh no. Did I make profit today? Yes. Sorry, I got it. So just think, if buyers pull this back up, that's gonna mess sellers up a little bit. If we can just close, that's all, dude. Everything is so simple here. And I again, I don't like using that word. We could chop, we could stay in this range for just a moment, but ultimately, I'm like carefree right now. If we pull back, I've already taken enough profit off of the weeklies, and I've already taken enough profit off of the swing to sit here in the position that I'm in and just watch. Maybe. Yeah, MRO on the hourly. Look at those hourly wicks, our 15-minute wicks. Look at those. We could. We just need, and we're building off of the previous highs. So, dude, oh, today's a good day. Not a like a crazy day, but this is consistency, right? This is mapping, planning, prepping, pre-market prep, having your levels set, having a plan, and sticking to it. All right, so pay attention right here. One of the levels that we go back to is 135.75. If we clean flush out of this, right, and it seems like, right, at least on the 3 minute, that we've already tried to set a floor, and that floor is now being pushed off of. But 135.50, right? That's that previous support or resistance. Below that, cutting. Okay. I have puts, but if we open a candle below that, I'm gonna go ahead and look for a 135.14. Actually, yeah. So I would actually look for 135.14 underneath that. I'll start cutting out of those puts, not complete or those calls. So I averaged down this morning on a fast roadie. Good job reacting, dude. But this just could be a fade down. This could be a bull flag. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna chill, dude. Toilet talk. Thanks, man. Yeah, but I have a unique way of. Again, I've never met anybody who uses box TA the way that I do. Yet, I'm sure there's maybe someone out there. Gotta be, right? But maybe it's time to write a book. But I don't know. Oh shit! You know what? Hold on, TikTok. All right, all right. MRO. Dude, let's go, baby. Now, Meta, what you doing, baby? Don't tell me about it. Don't tell you about it. Don't do it. All we got to do is break above that, really, that 9-day moving average. We'll see. Look at Tesla. Look at Tesla off that 9. All right. I literally am about to explode. So I will be right back. I don't know. Somebody from Syria just tried to go live with me. I don't know what that meant. TMI. Oh God, I gotta go to the restroom. Sorry, I've been sitting here for like 30 minutes since I said I was gonna go. So I got my phone. This one. Go ahead and get ready. If I'm not here, just know that I went ahead and I exited. Okay. Well, hello there. Yeah. Everybody being patient. All right, those contracts are at $75. Ain't doing much, but MRO is building beautifully off of guys. Look at that hourly candle. Look at that hourly candle right up to the next box. We're gonna go over that in just a second. This is textbook. This is beautiful. I'd really, really like to see $30 tomorrow. You gonna do it, Meta? You gonna do it, or are you gonna fail? You loser. What's that DX scooter? What's going on, guys? You guys don't mind tap the screen. Yeah, good job. Good job on Apple, man. Lately, you've been crushing it. Who was that guy who got heated when? I don't know. Anytime I go across like asset entities, I always say something. Look at SPY moving up, or Tesla. Thank you. Let's check on YouTube. Hmm. All right, does it fail? Tesla has to get above 213. Yeah, it wasn't the worst quarter though. 2914 on MRO, guys. Congratulations, new high. All right. TikTok, if you guys want to head over to YouTube, I'm gonna utilize my phone really quickly. So this is a pretty slow price action. MRO is having trouble holding its highs currently. Again, this is an hourly. We need to hold on this hourly. It's looking kind of bearish here, folks. I need to see buyers step up. Pretty boring right now. What is AA doing, guys? I'm not even looking at it. Oh, look at that. $41. Cool. Maybe we'll see a solid breakout. That's awesome. Get above 41.88. Did we just recover? I think we did. Yeah, we did. That's hilarious. Anybody still in meta? Okay. There we go. That's perfect. This may not be the one. We may end up seeing another pop down here, guys. So sticking until we make a new high. Hold on one second. If you guys are on YouTube, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and close the stream. I'll be live in the Discord. And we'll probably pop back on TikTok here in just a little bit. But thank you guys for tuning in. Sticking to the same stop losses. You can just close below 135.50 if you would like. But so far so good. QQQ looks good to the upside. So I'm going to continue to hold here. So you guys have a wonderful day. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, we'll catch you guys later tonight probably.